But I've always believed that success is the destination of continuous progressive destinations.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
Yesterday, I did a post and I said, "Who gave you permission to be average?" This year, I want you to recognize something. You don't have much time left. I was doing the math last night. I mean, we have less than 6 months left in the year 2019. Didn't it just turn to January 1st, like a couple days ago? So here's my invitation to you. Go all out for the next 6 months. And I want you to look at who is watching you. Who is watching you, whether it's from the sidelines, right behind you, or even from in front of you. See, I've recognized that in this fitness journey that I'm on, that there's people watching me. Who is watching you in your dreams, in your success? I talked about a story about a dude who follows me on social media, and he decided to go work out early in the morning because he saw me working out early in the morning. And this guy's from the East Coast. He don't live in LA like I do. He's from the East Coast. So I'm making an impact on the other side of the country because of my decision to go after my goals and my dreams to change my body, but most importantly, to change my mindset. See, my mindset has gotten me so far, this far, so far. That's my fucking mindset. So I gotta change my mindset to change my results. Does that make sense? You gotta change your mindset to change your results. I did an interview with Garen Jones. Garen Jones is one of the leaders in Herbalife. He has over 10,000 people in his downline. He's a leader of over 10,000 people. By the way, congratulations, Garen. Yesterday, he proposed to his girl. And when I did the interview with him, he said, your mindset is what your mind is set on. And I understood it as the system that you have created that your mind is set on. So over the last X amount of years that you've been alive, I've been alive for 24. So your mind is set on a certain system that you've acquired from friends, from relationships, from TV, from online, whatever. That's what your mind is set on, this certain system. And in order for you to change your results, you gotta change the system that your mind is set on. So I proactively stop and pause and check the system that I'm operating in. It's kind of like, in 1995, Microsoft came out with Windows. And that system is not gonna work today in 2019. That system 95 won't even work in the year 1996. So you must continually progress on a daily basis. You can't operate on the same system that you had last year because you're gonna have the same results that you had last year. You can't operate on the same system that you grew up with because you're gonna experience the same results that you grew up with. So you must change your system. Here's how to change your system. And how you change your mindset. Number one, have a destination, have a goal. They say success is a journey, which I definitely understand. But I've always believed that success is the destination of continuous progressive destinations. So as soon as you hit one destination, then you change a new destination, create a new destination, and then you become successful by reaching new heights. That's what I mean by daily progression. So whenever you see me on social media, I say progress daily, it's because every single day, you gotta advance some way in your mindset, in your relationships, in your goals. 2017, I'm now in downtown Los Angeles. And in 2017, this was 2 years ago, for my coaching services, for me to coach clients, I was coaching people internationally, and I charged $299 a month for coaching. As I look back, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but at the end of the day, that's where I was at. I charged people $200, $300 a month for weekly coaching. Then I got around the multi-millionaire Grant Cardone. We literally had dinner one night. We went to Fleming's over by the Staples Center. We had dinner, and he checked me. He asked me a few questions about my business, and he told me he pretty much advised me to change my price and level it up, and that the amount of money that I ask for is not gonna. The amount of money that I ask for can change, but the energy to acquire those funds won't change. So the energy that I put out to acquire $300 is equivalent to acquiring $10,000. check out the story. So consider that on Monday I had dinner with Grant. This dude's making millions. He says, hey man, change your price. Ask for more money. I said, okay. So I went to a client of mine and they were asking me for, or a prospect of mine, and they were asking me for coaching services. My previous mindset before that Monday dinner was to charge $300. After that dinner, Grant told me to change my price. I went and I charged $5,000. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go for the big number. I charged $5,000. So I met up with the customer at a restaurant, sat down with her, and I said, hey, you want me to coach you? It's $5,000. The same response that I got with $300 where, oh, it's too much, was the same response that I got for $500. And I still had to convince them to work with me. $5,000. She ended up doing the deal for $5,000. Literally, my life changed like that. She then turned around and went to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend signed up with me that weekend. So in that 1 week, a couple years ago, my mind expanded where I made $10,000 in a weekend. And I said, whoa, what else is possible? So I went to a lot of my other clients and I said, hey, price is going up, baby. And just like that, price went up. I went from being in a position a couple years ago to not being able to pay my rent to now hiring people. Why? Because my mindset had to change. So you must change the system that your mind is set on. You must change the system, your thought process. Number one, change your environment. Get around like-minded individuals who can support you in your progression. I'm always searching for people that can support me in my progression. It's actually a prerequisite to have a relationship with me You must support me in my progression. I want to do a lot of things in a short period of time. Look, man, I might die tomorrow. I might die 90 years old. I don't fucking know. So I want to do as much as I can in a short period of time. So I know that in order for me to do that, I got to change my environment, get around people who are going to push me to be my best self and make me uncomfortable on a regular basis. So number one, change your environment. Number two, create new goals. Constantly shift and create new goals that expand you and stretch you. The mindset that I had this year in January is not even the same mindset that I have now. The goals that I had in January is not the same that I have now. It's only been 6 months. Change your goals regularly that stretch you. It's okay if you don't accomplish your goal. I believe that wholeheartedly. If you're changing your goal to something else that stretches you even more, do it every single time. Because what you're essentially going to be doing is you're going to be working towards that advanced self. Not of the mindset that you had back then when you set the goal, but to your advanced self. So constantly change your goals. Number three, tell your accountability group, the new people that you're hanging around with, your target. Let them know. I'm hearing the gym. James over here was asking me, first thing he asked me is what my goal was. I haven't seen James in, I don't know how long, a long time. First thing he asked me was what my goal is. In order for you to really know somebody, you got to know where they're going. So James asked me what my goal was. I told him what my goal is. Now, because he knows my goal, he's able to support me in his life when there's an opportunity that he sees. There's an opportunity for him to support me in my progression. When he sees the opportunity, he's going to say, hey, this idea that I have is support of Andy's goal. I'm going to let Andy know. I'm going to push Andy forward. So James came in this morning. He asked me, what's my goal? I said, hey, man, in the next 6 months, I'm releasing 73 pounds by my 25th birthday, December 31st. I'm going to be 190. He says, okay. Then we did a workout. And at the end of the workout, he said, hey, Andy, I'm doing spin classes at 24 Hour Fitness. Why don't you come? Because he sees an opportunity for me to progress. Get around a group of people who are doing spin classes to support me in my goal. Does that make sense to you? So get around people who's going to support you in your progression, share with them your goal, and understand what their goal is, and support them in their progression. Now you're building a progressive community that pushes you forward. This system that I'm giving you right here, if you put it into action, this system is actually based from the book Think and Grow Rich, where Napoleon Hill interviewed over 500 of the most successful men in the 1920s to find out what was their mindset. He interviewed people like Henry Ford, Henry Ford was the one that built the Ford company. Charles Schwab, Andrew Carnegie, and so on and so forth. Use this system to progress. Do this every single month. Create new relationships, create new goals. I promise you, your mindset in January will not be the same in December. And in a short period of time, you will progress at a tremendous rate. Do that this year. Try something new, baby. I love you.